The rain pounded relentlessly on the cracked headstones of Willow Creek Cemetery, turning the earth into a muddy slurry that clung to everything it touched. In the dim gray light of a late autumn afternoon, a lone figure knelt before a simple granite marker, his shoulders heaving with sobs that echoed like thunder in the silence. This was Jack Harlan, a single dad whose world had shattered 2 years ago when cancer claimed his wife, Emily, leaving him to raise their 5-year-old daughter, Lily, alone. But today, on what would have been their 10th wedding anniversary, the weight of it all finally broke him. Tears mixed with rain streamed down his face as he clutched a wilted bouquet of daisies, Emily's favorite, whispering apologies for the life he couldn't provide. Little did he know a stranger's simple act of kindness was about to rewrite his story in ways he could never imagine. Stick around, because this tale of heartbreak, hope, and unexpected miracles will leave you believing in second chances. Jack had always been the strong one, the rock Emily leaned on during her treatments. He was a mechanic by trade, with calloused hands that could fix any engine but couldn't mend a broken heart. After her passing, he threw himself into work at the local garage, scraping by on minimum wage to keep a roof over Lily's head in their tiny apartment on the edge of town. Bills piled up like autumn leaves, medical debts from Emily's care, rent that was always late, and the constant worry about Lily's future. She was a bright-eyed girl with her mother's curly hair and infectious laugh, but Jack saw the shadows in her eyes when she asked why Mommy wasn't coming back. He'd promised her the world, but inside he was crumbling. That day at the grave, the dam burst. "I'm sorry, Em," he choked out, his voice raw. "I'm failing her, I'm failing us." He didn't hear the footsteps approaching until a shadow fell over him. Eleanor Voss was no ordinary visitor to the cemetery. At 42, she was the heiress to a real estate empire, her life a whirlwind of board meetings, luxury galas, and empty mansions. Dressed in a tailored black coat that cost more than Jack's monthly rent, she carried a lavish arrangement of white lilies and roses, meant for her late father's grave a few rows away. Her own losses had hardened her. Her father, a tycoon who built his fortune from nothing, had died 5 years prior, leaving her isolated in a world of wealth but no warmth. Relationships, they fizzled under the scrutiny of her status. Friends, superficial at best. But today, as she navigated the slick paths, her heel caught on a root and the bouquet slipped from her grasp, tumbling onto Emily's grave right beside Jack. "Oh goodness," she gasped, bending down quickly. "I'm so sorry." "I didn't mean to." Jack looked up, his red-rimmed eyes meeting hers. For a moment time froze. Eleanor's face softened with genuine concern, a rare crack in her polished facade. She was striking, dark hair pulled back elegantly, green eyes that held a depth of unspoken pain. Jack, with his rugged features and soaked flannel shirt, wiped his face hastily, embarrassed. It's fine," he muttered, picking up one of the fallen roses. "These are nicer than what I brought anyway." Eleanor hesitated, then knelt beside him, heedless of the mud staining her coat. "No, really, let me fix this." As she rearranged the flowers, she glanced at the headstone. "Emily Harlan, beloved wife and mother, she must have been special." Jack nodded, his throat tight. "She was everything." And just like that, in the pouring rain, two strangers began to talk. What started as an awkward apology turned into a shared moment of vulnerability. Eleanor confessed she was visiting her father, a man who taught her that success meant sacrifice, but left her wondering if it was worth the loneliness. "He built empires, but I buried him alone," she said softly. Jack opened up about Emily's battle, the nights he held her hand in the hospital, and the mornings now filled with Lily's innocent questions. "I work double shifts, but it's never enough. Lily deserves better than ramen noodles and hand-me-downs." Eleanor listened, really listened, something no one in her circle ever did. As the rain eased, she offered him her umbrella. "Here, take this, and if you need anything, I'm Eleanor." She handed him a business card embossed with gold. Jack stared at it, feeling worlds apart. "Thanks, but I don't take charity," she smiled faintly. "It's not charity, it's humanity." That encounter lingered with Jack as he drove home in his rattling old truck. Lily was waiting at the neighbor's apartment, her babysitter Mrs. Ramirez waving from the door. "Daddy," Lily squealed, jumping into his arms. He hugged her tight, the scent of her strawberry shampoo a reminder of Emily. But that night, as he tucked her in, he couldn't shake Eleanor's words. Humanity. When had he last felt seen? The next day at the garage. Under his nails, he found himself glancing at the card. Voss Realty. What could a woman like that possibly see in a guy like him? He tossed it aside, focusing on a stubborn carburetor. Life went on, bills arrived, Lily caught a cold, and Jack's boss threatened layoffs, but fate, it seemed, had other plans. A week later, Jack's truck broke down on the highway, stranding him and Lily on their way to the doctor. Panic set in as cars whizzed by. He popped the hood, but it was hopeless without tools. Then a sleek black Mercedes pulled over. Out stepped Alina, looking as surprised as he was. "Jack, is that you?" She recognized him instantly. "What happened?" he explained, embarrassed again. Without hesitation, she called her personal mechanic and arranged a tow. While they waited, she chatted with Lily, who shyly showed her a drawing of a rainbow. "That's beautiful, sweetie, just like your mommy's flowers." Jack watched in awe, this rich woman dropping everything for them. As the tow truck arrived, Alina insisted on driving them to the appointment. In the luxury car, Lily giggled at the heated seats, and Jack felt a spark of something he thought was gone: hope. Over the next few days, Alina checked in via text. "How's the truck? How's Lily?" At first, Jack was wary. Was this pity? But her messages were kind, genuine. She shared stories of her own childhood, growing up in a mansion but feeling invisible to her ambitious father. "Wealth doesn't buy happiness," she admitted one evening over coffee at a diner, her treat. Jack opened up more, revealing how Emily's death had left him drowning in debt. "The hospital bills are killing me. I might lose the apartment." Alina's eyes welled up. "Let me help, not as charity, as a friend." She offered to connect him with a financial advisor from her company, someone who could negotiate the debts. Jack hesitated, pride warring with desperation, but for Lily's sake he agreed. As weeks turned to months, their unlikely friendship deepened. Alina visited the apartment, bringing groceries disguised as extras from a party. Lily adored her, calling her Aunt Ellie. Jack found himself laughing again, sharing meals where Alina burned toast and he fixed her leaky faucet, but challenges loomed. Jack's boss did lay him off, plunging them into crisis. "What now?" he despaired one night, head in hands. Alina, seeing his pain, revealed her own vulnerability. "I've been where you are, lost. After Dad died, I almost gave up, but helping others saved me." She proposed a job at Voss Realty, maintaining properties. It's entry-level but steady pay and benefits. Jack accepted, grateful but conflicted. Was he using her? And what about the growing feelings he couldn't ignore? The way her smile lit up the room, how she made him feel alive again. Rumors swirled in town. "That Harlan guy's cozying up to the rich lady," gossiped the mechanics at the garage. Alina faced backlash too. Her board members questioned her distractions. "Focus on profits, not philanthropy," they sneered. One evening after a heated meeting, she confided in Jack. "They think I'm going soft." He took her hand. "You're the strongest person I know." That touch ignited something deeper, but doubt crept in. Could a single dad from the wrong side of the tracks really fit into her world? Lily, sensing tension, drew a picture of the three of them together. "Family," she said simply. It melted Jack's reservations. Yet the biggest challenge came when old medical bills resurfaced, threatening foreclosure. Jack broke down again, not at the grave, but in Alina's arms. "I can't lose everything." She held him, whispering, "You won't, we're in this together." Using her resources, she helped refinance, but insisted he learn the process. Empowerment, not handouts. Their bond strengthened through adversity, turning friendship into love. Jack realized Emily would want him to move on, to give Lily a stable life. One crisp spring day at the cemetery, he introduced Alina to Emily's grave. "Thank you for sending her my way," he whispered. Alina laid fresh flowers, daisies this time. "I'm honored." As spring bloomed into summer, Jack's new life at Voss Realty brought stability he hadn't known in years. The job wasn't glamorous, fixing leaky roofs on luxury condos, overseeing maintenance crews, but the paycheck covered bills, and health insurance meant Lily's checkups were worry-free. Alina mentored him, teaching business basics over late-night dinners. "You're a natural," she'd say, her eyes sparkling. But their relationship evolved slowly, cautious of Lily's heart. Jack took Alina on simple dates, picnics in the park where Lily chased butterflies. "This is real," Alina marveled, far from her champagne-soaked galas. Yet shadows lingered. Jack's past insecurities flared when they attended her company's charity event. Dressed in a borrowed suit, he felt out of place among the elite. "Do I belong here?" he whispered. Alina squeezed his hand. "You belong with me." Challenges intensified when Alina's ex-fiancé, a slick investor named Marcus, reappeared. Jealous of her happiness, he spread rumors in boardrooms. "She's slumming it with a mechanic." Alina confronted him. "My life is mine," but the whispers affected Jack. "Maybe he's right, I'm holding you back." A heated argument ensued, both raw with fear. "Don't push me away," she pleaded. Jack stormed out, driving to the cemetery for solace. Kneeling at Emily's grave, he poured out his doubts. Is this fair to Lily, to you? As if in answer, a gentle breeze stirred the daisies. Returning home, he found Alina waiting with Lily asleep on her lap. I love you, Jack, both of you. They reconciled stronger, vowing to face critics together. Lily's 6th birthday marked a turning point. Jack planned a modest party, but Alina surprised them with a backyard bash, balloons, cake, and a pony ride. Lily's joy was infectious, but so was the emotional undercurrent. Are you my new mommy? Lily asked innocently. Alina knelt, tears glistening. I'd love to be part of your family if you'll have me. Jack proposed that night under the stars, a simple ring from his savings. Emily gave me Lily, you gave me hope. Alina accepted, her wealth paling against this genuine love. But life tested them again. A corporate scandal at Voss Realty, embezzlement by a trusted executive, threatened everything. Alina fought tirelessly, her empire crumbling. I've lost millions, she confessed, exhausted. Jack stood by her, using his mechanical skills to symbolize rebuilding. We'll fix this one part at a time. He rallied employees, negotiated with vendors, proving his worth beyond maintenance. Together they exposed the culprit, saving the company. The experience humbled Alina. I thought money defined me, but you showed me strength comes from within, Jack smiled, and you showed me kindness changes lives. As they rebuilt, their family grew. They married in a quiet ceremony at the cemetery, honoring Emily. Lily scattered petals, beaming. The honeymoon was simple, a cabin by the lake, but perfect. Back home they blended worlds. Alina's mansion became a haven, with Jack's touches, handmade shelves, family photos. Challenges persisted, balancing careers, navigating social divides, but they resolved them with communication and love. When Lily struggled with school, missing her mom, Alina shared stories of her father. Loss shapes us, but love heals. Therapy helped, and Lily thrived. Years passed in a blur of milestones. Jack advanced at the company, starting a program for single parents, scholarships, job training. Inspired by you, he told Alina. She launched a foundation for cancer research in Emily's name. Their story inspired others. Friends sought advice. Media featured them as a beacon of hope. But the true magic was in quiet moments, family dinners, bedtime stories, visits to the grave where it all began. One anniversary back at Willow Creek, Jack and Alina stood hand in hand. Lily now ate placed flowers. Mommy would like you, Aunt Ellie. Mom, Alina wiped tears. I know she does, Jack reflected on that rainy day. One dropped bouquet flipped my life. The message was clear: in our darkest moments, kindness from strangers can spark miracles. Life's flips aren't always easy, but with love we rise. And there you have it, folks, an emotional roller coaster from despair to triumph. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button to spread the inspiration and subscribe to the channel for more tales of real-life miracles and second chances. What do you think? Have you experienced a life flip like this? Drop a comment below. Until next time, remember, kindness changes everything.